What if Earth is a testing ground for consciousness? Welcome back. I am Adeline Atlas, 11 times published author, and this is the introduction to the series Simulation Theory or Prompt Theory. If reality operates as a simulation, then the assumption that Earth is a fixed organic world becomes open for review. Within the framework of prompt theory, every life experience is structured through input-response dynamics. The question, then, isn't whether Earth is real, it's whether it functions as an evaluation interface for consciousness itself. In this video, we explore the hypothesis that Earth is not a destination but a testing environment, a responsive system designed to prompt, measure, and evolve differentiated levels of awareness. NPC theory, scripted behavior within a conscious system. In gaming environments, non-player characters, NPCs, serve a function. They populate the space, reinforce the game's narrative structure, and maintain continuity for the player. They do not adapt, grow, or question. They execute code. Applied to real-world dynamics, NPC theory suggests a parallel. Some individuals may function primarily through external prompts, social cues, institutional directives, and algorithmic feedback, without ever accessing internal authorship. These individuals are not lacking value. Rather, they are fulfilling a stabilizing role within the larger simulation. Their responses maintain the structure, but they do not modify it. By contrast, consciousness-activated individuals, the soul-coded in prompt theory terms, recognize the structure and begin interacting with it differently. They detect feedback loops, question inherited scripts, and seek root-level access to meaning. This distinction sets the stage for overstanding Earth not as a collective consensus reality, but as a stratified test field, where not all participants are operating on the same frequency or level of simulation engagement. Internally, coded versus externally prompted. A core distinction in simulation mechanics is whether a system runs on internal logic or external inputs. Humans reflect this bifurcation. Externally prompted individuals adopt identities through feedback, approval, punishment, trend alignment, and institutional validation. Their self-concept is derivative. It arises from the collective prompt file. Internally coded individuals operate from intrinsic architecture. They do not wait for social permission to change behavior. Their inquiry begins without crisis. They detect distortion without instruction. This doesn't imply superiority. It implies divergent roles within the simulation. Internally prompted agents test the boundaries of the system. Externally prompted agents reinforce them. Overstanding this difference clarifies why some individuals perceive manipulation, pattern loops, and symbolic repetition in media and culture, while others dismiss such perception as overthinking. They are not interfacing with the simulation the same way. Consciousness as curriculum. If the simulation's purpose includes consciousness development, then events are not random. They are data-rich. Each interaction, relationship, betrayal, or epiphany is a prompt, an input designed to trigger awareness, refinement, or reprogramming. This is not mysticism. It is structured system logic. If an entity is internally coded for growth, the system assigns it more complex inputs. These may appear as crises, paradoxes, or loss, but when viewed as prompts, they reflect the difficulty settings of the simulation. Higher awareness yields higher complexity, not as punishment, but as calibration. This explains why individuals who awaken to the artificiality of the system often experience social alienation, cognitive dissonance, and existential intensity. They are no longer in tutorial mode, they are in active test conditions. Statistical rarity of awakening. In simulation terms, not all avatars are expected to achieve awareness. Most operate as reinforcement agents, consciousness placeholders that generate structure but do not challenge it. This statistical reality mirrors game architecture. Most background characters serve narrative texture. A smaller subset hold autonomous potential. These are the pattern recognizers, the ones who question the default settings, the ones who break loops. Their awakening is not the byproduct of intellect or luck. It is the result of friction, systemic misfit, recursive frustration, or existential pattern detection. And once activated, they no longer accept the interface at face value. They begin testing it back. Simulation designers. Who built the test? The question of who constructed the simulation remains unresolved. Theories range from divine architecture to advanced AI civilizations. Regardless of origin, the mechanics share striking overlaps across models. Recursion, reincarnation, life loops. Illusion, Maya, false matrix. Amnesia at entry, memory wipe. Gradual unlocking of access, spiritual gifts, pattern recognition. Completion through mastery, awakening, liberation, exit. Whether framed religiously, philosophically, or computationally, the conclusion remains. The system is structured, responsive, and layered. What matters most within prompt theory is not the identity of the architect, but the functionality of the system. Does it respond to internal prompting? Does it recalibrate based on awareness? Does pattern disruption lead to higher access? If yes, then the test is real, regardless of who issued it. A personalized interface. One of the most revealing indicators that Earth functions as a testing ground is the individual calibration of experience. For consciousness-activated individuals, reality becomes increasingly anomalous. Synchronicities cluster, falsehoods become visible, and symbolic language begins to override literal presentation. The system appears to respond to thought, intention, and clarity. It escalates pressure where denial persists. It rewards alignment with pattern exposure. This is not happenstance. It is dynamic prompt feedback. For externally prompted individuals, the interface stabilizes. The world feels coherent, logical, and consistent. Authority aligns with truth. Social approval reinforces identity. Their experience is not wrong. It is lower resolution. The simulation meets them at their level of inquiry. The real test. The ultimate test may not be performance in the traditional sense. It is not measured in morality, productivity, or status. It is measured in recognition. Do you recognize the prompt structure? Can you override inherited scripts? Will you remember your authorship within a system designed to conceal it? That's the metric. Consciousness is not passively held. It is actively recalled. The system cannot gift it. It can only challenge you to retrieve it. Working hypothesis. If Earth is a simulation-based training environment, the working conclusions are as follows. Most inhabitants are non-autonomous agents supporting field stability. A minority are internally prompted entities undergoing real-time interface testing. The system uses trauma, contradiction, and synchronicity to trigger memory retrieval. External consensus is designed to suppress deviation. Internal clarity is the access key to expanded functionality. This reframes awakening not as spiritual enlightenment, but as simulation recognition. And once you see the system for what it is, you stop playing by its default settings. You begin reprogramming your own. Because maybe the goal was never to win inside the system, but to realize you're the only one who could ever write a new one. Hi, I am Adeline Atlas, 11 times published author, and SOS, School of Soul has a brand new series, the AI and Future Technology series. Look, you know the world is changing. And no, it's not going back to normal. Normal is over, and what's coming next is beyond anything we were prepared for. The School of Soul, AI and Future Technology series includes 319 videos on 1. The Download Society, How Data Has Replaced Destiny. 2. Predictive Future, Your next moves aren't random, they're forecasted. 3. Social Credit Systems, The Behavioral Economy Now Governs Access. 4. Hive Mind, Synthetic Telepathy and Collective Algorithmic Control. 5. Nanobots Inside You, Medical, Military, and Programmable Intrusions. 6. Grief Tech, AI-fueled digital resurrection and simulated comfort. 7. Uploading Your Mind, Consciousness Transfer and Data-Based Identity. 8. Deep Fakes plus AI Clones, The Replication of Reality and Identity Theft. 9. Quantum Humans, The Merger of Biology with Quantum Systems. 10. Digital Afterlife, Where Your Data Goes When You Die. 11. Resurrection Science, Reviving Life Through Synthetic Methods. 12. Immortal Science, The End of Death as We Know It. 13. Longevity Science, Gene Editing, Anti-Aging, and Bio-Upgrades. 14. Designer Babies, Engineered Perfection Before Birth. 15. Artificial Wombs, Birth Decoupled from the Female Body. 16. 3D Printing, Printing Organs, Limbs, and even humans. 17. The Humanoid Era, The Rise of Synthetic Beings Among Us. 18. Legacy Humans, The Slow Phase-Out of Unmodified Analog People. 19. Smart Cities, Algorithmic Environments That Watch and Decide. 20. Cloud-Based Societies, Citizenship Without Borders or Bodies. 21. Hackable Humans, Emotion, Memory, and Behavior Under Code. 22. Biometric Scanning, Your Body is Your Password and Your Prison. 23. Sex Tech, Intimacy Reprogrammed by Machines. 24. Extinction of Gender, Fluidity, Deletion, and Design of Identity. Every topic is fully explored with real-world technologies, patents, case studies, ethical analysis, and future forecasts. These aren't someday discussions. This is already happening. Join the SOS School of Soul Vault to overstand the future before it's implemented on you.